That is brilliant. That is absolutely interesting and fantastic. And I'm just putting it, sort of aligning it to my Chinese medicine protocols. But just talk about this oil now, because I think that could be really helpful. I mean, maybe you want to include breath, because I know people are going to be listening out there. I've got a lot of women listeners, more than men actually,
Mm.
and having a look at possibly the oil and the cleansing, and maybe using infrared sauna on a weekly basis. What did that clears out the sludge and all the stagnation, and how important that is from the xenotoxins and xenoestrogens, and that helps our liver in terms of the detoxification pathways. But maybe talk about the oil, where someone can sort of like get it, or is it an Indian sort of oil that's got to come from there? Just give us expand a bit on that.
Yeah, you see me smiling because I've been doing this for 20 years, lately I've gotten back into just remembering the basics. We can get so far off the path with all the complications. And in Ayurvedic medicine, especially when we talk about rejuvenation and what we call rasayanas, which are the practices of the juice, the practices of the sap, and Vajikarana, which is the practices of the sexual youth, the sexual vitality, which is what we want to continue to hold as long as possible as we age. The number one practice for that is to approach, whether you're, and I'll get into oiling, but approach whatever you mentioned, sauna, herbs, cleansing, or oiling, with a spirit of kindness towards yourself. And, in this biohacking community, in the Ayurveda community, I used to be in the yoga community very strongly. There's this subtext that you are a problem to be solved.
Yeah.
You are broken and we need to fix you. And so Ayurveda says the first medicine is that we approach the practice with love, that we remember why we're doing our morning routine. What's the point of all of this? It's to know who you are. It's to know your spirit, to know your soul, to know the truth of your being. And so to go in like that, now we can talk about what would it feel like to put oil on your body today if you looked at your body and your skin and your being as the most beautiful, worthy, sexy, whatever you want to say, creature, rather than how often I have to watch myself because I'm a type pitta, as well. It's like, do it this, that, this, that. That shifts the entire orientation, and the physiology actually hears that. So there's a word for oil in Sanskrit that's sneha. And sneha literally means the essence of the seed, which is love. So when you oil your body, you're loving your body. You're taking the essence of the sesame seed or the avocado oil or olive oil, and you're putting it on your body. Oil, just as we oil a car to keep it moving, we have to oil the body. And it's very, very simple. People can take some sesame oil if they're a little bit in a cold climate or they tend to run cold. Coconut oil is great if you're in a hot climate or you run hot. If you're like, I don't know what I am, almond oil is a good one for everybody. You go long on the long parts, circular on the joints, around 8 strokes. It's a lymphatic massage, so we don't go very deep. We stay very superficial. And you don't have to go into India to buy this oil. There are many beautiful organic companies that sell Ayurvedic oils. I love Banyan Botanicals. I work with them, and they have an amazing organic oils. And what's great about their oils is that they can help you find an oil for your body type through taking a little quiz. And also, they have herbs infused. So when you put these on your body and you leave it for 20 minutes, go, meditate or put on a robe that you don't mind getting a little oily, it can penetrate all of what we call the 7 dhatu layers or the 7 tissue layers, all the way down to bone, right? And some even say bone marrow. And if you keep going in Chinese medicine, you get to, I think you might call it Shen or Jing. You get to this like vital essence we call
Essence. Yeah,
the
essence.
vital
Yeah.
essence we call
Yeah.
ojas. And so this oiling builds the ojas. Now, what is the ojas? That's what we want to keep. Ojas is resiliency, it's immunity, it's also love and snuggles and the feeling of being, you know, we all like that feeling of being snuggled because that is what we had when we were little, right? And so it's this feeling of safety, love, kindness. I could go on and on. There's a lot of mysticism about these practices as well, that, you know, are a little bit out there, but important to also remember as we do this.